The Delmarva Home Show has so many wonderful sponsors. Here's a sponsor spotlight with DryZone, where we learn all about red flags and what to look for. I'm here with Bill. He's the owner of DryZone. Bill, how are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Listen, there's a lot of red flags being talked about in relationships. Okay? It's a trending thing, red flags, all right? What are some red flags when it comes to your crawl space?
The red flags you really want to look at in your crawl space is definitely you're going to notice stuff upstairs first, right? So you're going to start noticing musty smells. You might notice your floorboards, like your hardwood floors, they might start to cup, because what will happen is wood, when it swells, it starts to expand, and the hardwood floors are sitting next to each other, and you'll start to see the cupping action. You know, you'll start to notice, like, your kids sneeze more. You said you have a young son, right? And you know, it's as it gets warmer, all that good stuff that's growing underneath your home starts to bloom, and you know, the stack effect in your house starts from the bottom to the top, right? So that's the way air is moving through your home. So any of that bad stuff that's in your house is now rising up through your home, and there's a lot of indoor allergens and stuff like that. You know, like dust mites. They're these horrible little creatures, and they live in your bed, and they basically eat your dead skin, and
Yum.
they breathe water through their bodies, and if you can reduce the relative humidity in your home, then you can actually stop the dust mites and all that good stuff.
So it's not even so much like people don't check their basements, right, in their crawl spaces as much as they should. Right?
Yeah, well, basements are easy. You can just walk down in your basement. You know, if you can sail a boat in your basement, you probably should give us a call, right? But no, a lot of times, folks, we get a lot of phone calls where people just don't know, and that's the reason why we do these free inspections. So that way, if you're not sure, then we can look at it for you. And our inspectors listen. The cool part about our company is we do a thorough, full inspection in your home. So it's not just we're going to take a couple of pictures from the door. We're actually crawling around the entire crawl space, and we're taking readings of the humidity, of the moisture, of the wood, of the soil, all those good things to really help you figure out kind of what's happening, or maybe nothing. There's a lot of homes we go into and it's like, hey, look, you're good, right? Not every home has to have every single thing done in it. So our guys they've been trained for years and years and years by us, and they know what to look for. So if there is a problem, they're going to take a lot of pictures and stuff. So when they go upstairs, they're going to pull out their laptop and they're actually going to show you what they found, not just, hey, take my word for it, there's a problem. They're going to say, hey, look, this is what we found, and they're going to have some conversations with you about how those things can be fixed.
So solutions could be different for everyone.
It normally is, yeah.
Yes, encapsulation, or oh yes, this. It could be different for everyone. So having that sit-down talk after is really important.
Exactly.
That's very cool. I like that you said too, about the crawl spaces, how you're going to start noticing how it goes up. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But you're going to start seeing the changes in the smells at that point.
Right.
Not necessarily be like, oh, what's going on in my crawl space today?
Well, think about it. So normally your attic's like 1,000 degrees in the summer, right? And that's because hot air rises. Well, when we first moved here from Colorado in '86, we had a crawl space, and we were always told just to open the vents in the summertime, close them in the wintertime, right? Well, the bad thing is even if they're closed, they're not really closed, you can still kind of see through it. So if the air in your crawl space is rising up through your home, and we know it does because the attics are 1,000 degrees in the summertime, then we're pulling in a suction at the base. And it's that nice, hot, humid air outside that's coming into that crawl space. Well, if hot air rises, cold air sinks. So yeah, if your vents are open in the summertime, you have air conditioners down there that are cold, you have water pipes down there that are cold, and you're inviting moisture to happen. And wood and water is a bad combination, and it creates wood rot and mold and mildew and all those good things, and we're just here to stop all that stuff.
Right. So if a solution is an encapsulation service, talk about how that part works as far as cleaning it out, bringing the new stuff in.
Yeah, so the first thing you got to do is you got to prep the space, right? So sometimes we have to pull the insulation because it's in bad shape. Sometimes we don't. And, then some homeowners, they need drainage systems, and some of them don't. Like, I always tell, especially even our new folks that start here, that my old house, it was up high enough. I just didn't need some pumps and drains. And I'm one of the owners of the company, so I could have just put it in there. It would have cost me nothing, basically, right? But we still didn't put it in there because it didn't need it. So some homeowners need those pumps and drains. Some don't. Then we talk about, insulation. For the homeowners that need that, and we use a real insulation that goes on the wall that will actually meet code. and it's fire rated and it meets the R value. And a lot of times you go out there and you'll hear a whole bunch of stuff, and that's the hardest part about our business is there's a lot of bad information out there, right? And it's like the internet. It's like any, one day red wine's good for you, one day coffee's bad for you, and the next day they're flip-flopped, and it's like, well, who do you believe? So,
right.
But that's why you go to a doctor to find out what's really the right thing to do,
Go to the
right?
professional.
Go to the professionals. So yeah.
All right, if someone's got them red flags going on, what should their first step be?
Call us. Yeah. So we spend a tremendous amount of money every year to send out these pre-mailer packets to our homeowners, so that way they can educate themselves. Because I truly do believe that an educated homeowner will make an educated decision. So it's not just some stuff in here about a product or two. There's an actual book that we give our homeowners, and these books called Crawlspace Science or Basement Science or Foundation Repair and or concrete lifting or whatever. And it truly is, it's just a good book to understand what's happening. And, and then there's awful stuff in there about the inspector that's going to come and some different products and even the financing that's in there. Because a lot of times, these folks, they weren't expecting that, there to be a bill in their home, So we are able to make sure that we can work with everybody's budget and take care of them for whatever they need.
Right, and the good part about this is it's like an investment service type, right?
For sure.
I mean, it's going to make your home last longer.
We don't claim it, but I can tell you our old house, Heather and I, the reason why we got it sold faster was because we did have it encapsulated. And I know that because we had 3 houses in our neighborhood. They all went on the market basically at the same time and mine sold faster. So, I'm not saying that's why, I'm just saying that it couldn't have hurt.
Yeah, so it's good to invest in things like that. Invest in your home.
The worst thing we see is it's when a homeowner will call us up and they'll say, hey, listen, I need to get you out here to get this done because I have to sell the house because the home inspection came back and it said that there's a problem. Well, the sad part is a lot of folks will pay for this and they never get the benefits of it when they could have got it 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and they could have been, a lot healthier, and they could have saved money on their heating and air conditioning costs and all those things, but then they get it brand new for a new homeowner. Right. So it's, it's always sad when that happens. Yeah,
so do it now. Don't wait, is what you're saying. All right, Bill, thanks so much.
I appreciate it.